A local group is looking for volunteers around Kern County in an effort to help identify those who are homeless. 23 ABC's Tori Cooper spoke to members of the Kern County Homeless Collaborative to find out how extra volunteers will be the first step towards combating the homeless issue here in Kern County. Tori?
Tim and Jessica, I spent the afternoon in Taft speaking with the homeless to help others at home understand how widespread the homeless issue really is within smaller Kern County communities like Taft. I also had the chance to meet with the Kern County Homeless Collaborative to find out how they plan to count up all of the homeless in our community to help get them assistance this year. For Kern County locals like Tony Salazar, it's an uphill battle when it comes to finding a permanent home.
Yes, just recently I became homeless again.
Right now, Salazar spends most of his days picking up cans to recycle for cash, but he says it's hard to stay out of trouble when there are few places to turn to for food and shelter in Taft.
Oh, if it's during the day and you're just sitting around, as long as you're not causing no problems, it's okay. But whenever it comes time to, go to sleep, they don't want you to sleep nowhere. There are no shelters here.
Salazar says he was living in Section 8 housing thanks to the Flood Ministries Church in Bakersfield, only calling it home for a short while before getting evicted and forced back out onto the streets. But in an effort to get more people like Salazar housing assistance, the Kern County Homeless Collaborative is making one last push to get extra volunteers to help them count the homeless people in Kern County and ultimately connect those in need with housing and helpful resources.
The point-in-time count is extremely vital to our community. The point-in-time count, the data we get from that and the numbers that we submit to the federal government ensure that we continue to receive federal dollars. Kern County receives about $5.5 million for homeless services from the federal government, and most recently we were awarded $4 million from the state of California, and all of that money is directly tied to the point-in-time count and the data that we get.
According to Jessica Jansen of the Kern County Collaborative, the agency's January 2018 point-in-time count found a 9% increase in homelessness throughout Kern County and a 46% increase in unsheltered individuals in Metro Bakersfield. But she says in order to properly identify the scope of the homeless issue in each area, the help from locals is essential.
It's so important that people who are local to our outlying communities are participating.
Jansen says locals know the area best and they can pinpoint hot spots for homelessness because it is in their backyard. But Salazar says in Taft, it may be hard to find those in need of help at 4 a.m. when volunteers start their search.
Yeah, well, that's because there's no one place that everybody could go. It's kind of like a game of hide and seek.
Salazar says since it's illegal to sleep in public, most of the homeless people are looking for hiding spots to sleep in. And according to Jansen, last year volunteers were only able to make contact with a total of 3 homeless people in Taft. So far, the collaborative has about 250 volunteers registered for this year's count, but they still need 50 more for the count on January 30th. To register, go to our website, turnto23.com. The deadline to register is tomorrow. But remember, you must be 18 or older to register, and you must attend the free training class beforehand. In studio, I'm Tori Cooper for 23 ABC News.
We now know the name.